What's up, guys? Welcome to another week of Prep, Cook, Plate, Repeat. This week's episode, we are making beer can chicken. If you never heard of beer can chicken, it's a big dish in the South. It's a big dish for barbecuing. All it really is a roasted chicken that's cooked on the grill or in a smoker. You can even do this in your home in the oven. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna get your chicken, right? I got a chicken here. It's patted dry. I took out the remains inside, which is like the gizzard, the liver, right, all that stuff. I discarded it. I pat this baby dry. That's the first thing you're gonna do. Second thing is you need to make a rub. If you maybe have a chicken rub at home already that you use, or this one that you like to use for meat or whatever it may be, a barbecue rub, you can use it. I'll put this in below what the ingredients are. But this is just something I had in the pantry, a bunch of different spices, and we're just using whatever we have. Next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna wanna get soy sauce and honey. We're gonna mix equal parts of this together. And what this is gonna do is gonna create a tack for us. When you barbecue something, it's meat or chicken, whatever it is, you're looking for that skin to have a nice tackiness to it, right? You want a nice hue color, you want it to be brown, you want it to be flavorful. The glucose, which is the honey here, and I have regular honey, this is bear honey, you can see. It's gonna create kind of a sheen, right? And it's gonna give us that amber, that hue color that we want, that we desire when a beautiful chicken is roasted. The salt, or the soy, I should say, is gonna act as our salinity, as our sodium. It's gonna help flavor our chicken along with our rub, because there's very little salt in the rub. It's gonna help flavor, and it's also gonna help with color as well. It's gonna take on that really nice hue color that the honey is going to give as well. When those two go together, you're going to have a beautiful skin. And then thirdly is the beer. It is called beer can chicken for a reason, because it has beer. Now you can use a favorite beer. I wouldn't honestly. I would get a cheap beer from the grocery store, whatever's cheap, and just use that. There's no reason to waste a perfectly good beer on beer can chicken, and I'll tell you why. I love the idea of beer can chicken. You're cooking a chicken, you're roasting it on a smoker or a grill or in the oven, whatever it may be. But quite frankly, this doesn't do anything. It doesn't impart flavor. The only way that this is going to impart flavor is if you brine it in beer. Now, we know brine is equal parts of sugar, salt, and water. You can do sugar, salt, and beer, or you can just do beer straight up if you like that flavor of beer. But you need to brine it a day in advance. Technically, during the cooking process, this beer does nothing to this chicken. It's gonna pretty much sit on the beer just like that, on a baking sheet, and cook inside of your grill. It's not gonna impart any flavor, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna take this beer, we're gonna put it inside of the chicken. The chicken's gonna cook to about 163 degrees, and it's gonna carry over about 3 or 4 degrees over, right? This, if you were to take the temperature of the chicken and take the temperature of this, they're going to be the same exact thing. This, if it were, liquid boils at 212 degrees, right? If you cook your chicken at 212 degrees, it's going to be done. It's overcooked, it's super dry, you don't want that. So whatever the temperature of the chicken is, this is. Doesn't do anything at all. And it doesn't even evaporate, because it hasn't boiled yet. So if you were to take this and weigh it and measure it, and then take it out in an hour after the chicken is done cooking, the same weight is going to be there, right? Science. Hasn't boiled yet, hasn't evaporated. So again, I love the idea of the chicken, of the beer can chicken. I don't know how it came about. Maybe it was a couple people shooting the shit and were like, you know what, let's take a beer and put it inside the chicken's ass. Maybe that's how it happened. I don't know how it happened. I love the idea, but it doesn't do anything with flavor. Let's get cooking. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is I took 2 tablespoons of honey and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm mixing it here. I'm using a brush. I'm just going to brush the chicken down. Right? Again, flavor and color are the two biggest things here. We want flavor and we want a nice color. Get on its back. Same thing. You can do this a couple hours ahead of time, totally fine. Okay. Next thing, we have here our rub. Okay. In here, I have 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of ground thyme. I have cumin, a tablespoon of paprika, a tablespoon of chili powder, a tablespoon of black pepper, pinch of salt, and a tablespoon of turmeric. That's all in here. And I have a tablespoon of oregano. Okay? Again, this can be any rub you like. Doesn't have to be this one. Whatever your favorite is. Generously pour on the rub. Make sure you coat all the sides, right? Go underneath the armpit here. Okay. Pat it down. Okay. Now flip it over. Same thing on this side. Generous amount. Now evenly distributing this is going to just promote an even cooking as well, because there is brown sugar on here, and if you put too much of it on one side, it won't cook. If you put too much little, it'll burn. So this needs to be the right amount of spice that you put on this bird. Okay, now the fun part. Take a beer, crack it open, have a sip, don't have a sip, it's up to you. You're gonna take it, okay, put the beer in the middle. And now they sell beer can chicken holders, but I don't have one, so I'm just gonna go old school style and bam, sit it down just like that. It's gonna cook in this pan. Gonna finish the rest of our seasoning on top of the bird, and there you go. Tuck in the wings so they don't burn on us. And there you have it. We're gonna cook this for about an hour, hour and a half until the internal temperature reaches 163 degrees. We'll be back. All right, guys, so our bird cooked for exactly 1 hour. I temped it, I took it out, it was about 164 degrees. I let it rest for about 10 minutes. This is what you have. It turned a little brown over here because I went a little too high when I first started. It's okay. Just crisp up a little bit. That's going to happen. Just make sure that your oven or your grill is at 350 before you do it. And here's a beer. If you like warm beer, drink it. And then that's it. Beer can chicken. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And we'll see you next time.